Alright everybody, the purpose of today's video is to, one, unbox a gun that I just picked up, and secondly, to explain why I picked it up. My wife had mentioned last time we were out shooting that she wanted to shoot a little more often, and that she would like to have a gun of her own. So we went and looked at some stuff at the local Shields store, and she picked out one that fit her hand nicely, and there was a couple of choices, but I, being the good husband that I am, heard the words, "I'd like to shoot a little more," and then she said, "Can you pick me out a gun?" And so I did not waste any time with that. When your wife says, "Can you go get me a gun?" it gives you an excuse to go buy a new gun. So you need to take that excuse, go get yourself a new gun, and make sure you find something that fits her hand nicely, but you can shoot sometimes too if you want to. So I went ahead and bought a Ruger, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it in a minute here. So today, keeping in mind the video, we're going to be unboxing a Ruger, which is one of the ones that fit her hand nicely. I got her the Ruger Security 380. Seems like a nice little gun. Never had any problems with Rugers. Like I said, I'm just your average user, but nice looking gun. Has a rail on the bottom already. If you want to put a laser on it, go ahead and get the band off there. It has a 15 round magazine that comes with it, 2 of them. Safety, which I know some of your carry weapons don't, some do. 380 is a nice caliber for her. I know some of your diehards out there will say if you're not carrying a 45 or a 44, you're not prepared. But I don't mind carrying the smaller calibers. I figure that it'll do just what I need it to do anyway. So, like I said, it's got the safety right there for a finger. It fit her hand nicely. A little small for mine, but with the extended magazine down there, it's okay. I can get my hand on it. So we might go ahead and put a few rounds through it, try it out. Put it up against some steel cans that I picked up today just to see how the penetration is. Like I said, and I showed you guys earlier, the round. Hold on just for a second. Round obviously slightly smaller than 9mm, but I still think it's going to do its job if needed. You can see the difference in size there. Considering how much damage even a 22 will do, if you watch Garand Thumb and a few of those guys that did the penetration test as far as is a 22 deadly, you can do a lot of damage with it. And I wanted something that wasn't going to travel as far. Obviously, if she was ever forced to use it, which I doubt that'll ever happen, but better to be safe than sorry considering the way the world's going today. Never forget the adults are back in charge, and that's probably why wars are breaking out around the world and gun sales are booming. So let's go ahead and shoot this thing, see how it goes. Okay, just to show everybody what we're talking about as far as different size rounds. Today's video is going to focus on the 380, which is over here. I'm pointing at it with a crossbow bolt I've got. So you have a 22 short down here, this little guy at the end. 22 long rifle, 32 special, and then the 380 here, and then a 9mm. So you can see it is definitely smaller than a 9mm, but it's larger than 32. You'll see later in the video that it definitely did some damage to the cans I shot with it. And I think a hollow point obviously would do some serious damage. Then you got a 38 special here, 357. And then for pistol rounds, that's all I have because that's all I've shoot so far. But then you got, for rifle rounds, you got 223. I got a 7.62 by 54 for my old Mosin Nagant, and then 30-06 for the deer rifle. And then shotgun rounds, you got a 20 gauge and a 12 gauge. Once again, as your average user, I would recommend that everybody at least own a 12 gauge and probably a AR for the 5.56 because the rounds are really common. Other than that, your most common is either the 22 or the 9mm. But then I was at a garage sale, and I picked up these. Somebody must have brought them back at some point. I thought they were kind of cool. 50 cal. Look at the size of that. And even better than that, took me some digging to figure out exactly what this was, but this is from a Sea Whiz on a Navy ship. Thing is monstrous. So kind of cool as far as that. Your 50 cal goes right inside it. Huge round. I'm thinking about making like a pen holder or something out of it. So, all right, folks, we're gonna shoot the Ruger 380 for the first time here. So I got 10 rounds in it. I'm gonna put 5 into each target, and I'm gonna aim center mass in each one on the lowers. First on the right side. The heck? They had a double feed. Apparently it does not like this ammo. There we go. Alright, you can definitely see it's shooting a little low because I was aiming right in there and they all dropped 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice tight pattern, but a little lower than I was expecting. We'll keep experimenting here a little bit. Alright, we're going to take the left target and we're going to try and get this a little higher. Okay. Well, they're all in the body anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where my last one went. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do for a penetration test is I got 4 cans of bubbly sparkling water, 2 grapefruit, and 2 just bubbly something else. Anyway, so I've got them lined up. There's about 4 inches in between each one. And we're going to go ahead and see if the 380 will go through all 4 of them from about 10 feet away. So let's see what happens. Alright, you can see there was a couple impacts. I think one of them went right over and then impacted the... Alright, so I'll have to go back and look at it, but I think my first round went just a titch low and my second one went just a bit high because it took out the center 2 cans and left the other 2, but you can see it ripped the top off that. Tore this one completely in half. Ripped the top off that one. And then demolished the last one too. So I think the impact on as a self-defense wouldn't be horrible. Like I said, it's not a massive round, so it's not going to blow gigantic holes in people, but it's definitely going to do some damage. Alright, these next cans are tomato soup cans that I got at a discount store for about $1 a piece. The steel is a lot thicker than the bubbly cans. So we'll see what happens here if I can hit it with the first round instead of the second or third this time. That went everywhere. Okay, there's tomato sauce everywhere. But you can see what happened to that can. It completely tore that can to shreds. And that's, like I said, it's a heavier can. And it went through that one too, you can see there. So it went through both of them without any problems. And spread tomato sauce all over. So let's try one more time. Okay, so I got 2 more cans of tomato soup there, and I got a little piece of remainder of a concrete block that got blown up the other day. So I'm going to try and penetrate both of them and then knock the concrete block off the back of the stand. You can see there's a little gap there, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to do this one for just a little further away. Okay, I'm gonna have to run the camera back and look at it, but I think I actually managed to wing one of the cans and then split the piece of concrete in half. You can see can torn to shreds. Once again, it just blew the whole thing out. And then it actually cut the block in half. So not too bad for a small round that doesn't do much damage, according to a lot of people. And once again, I mean, she went right through that without even slowing down. So, I mean, like I said, is it a 45 where it's going to knock somebody flat on the rear? No, but as a self-defense security weapon in an emergency situation, it'll do what it needs to do. Once again, I'm not a professional. I'm just your average user, but so far I'm enjoying this little Ruger, and I hope other people enjoy the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe and the like button, and let's see if we can push up to 100 subscribers. Thank you. Talk to you later. To even give that CIWS round a little more perspective, here's a 12 gauge double-aught buck empty. It literally goes inside the CIWS round. It's just such a huge round. It's crazy. Okay, so just for the fun of it, let's run a couple of experiments. Let's see how many 22 long rifles we can put inside of a CIWS case. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 22 long rifles inside of the case of a CIWS shell. 9 millimeters. Oops, hold on, let me grab the right one here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I thought I had enough out and I don't. Hold on just for a second. Ten 9 millimeters inside that case. If I can get them all out, that's the big thing. And like I said, the caliber we're going to be talking about with the gun today, the 380. Here's 20 of them. Let's see if we can get those inside the CIWS case. Oh, come on. Oops. Let's see, 20. So I got, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 11, 12, 13, 14 of them in there. Maybe 15. There we go. We get 15 in there. Oh, that's a huge round. Question is, can I get them all back out?